Hi everyone, welcome back to the Golden Eagles Morning Show. Today is Friday, May 29, 2020. We only have 11 days left of school, which is super exciting. Our motivational quote this week: the struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. We have some exciting news. The class of 2020's graduation will be held on July 16th. All grades will also be able to virtually sign yearbooks. Please look for an email to create an account from Justin's and share your link with friends. From there, you'll be able to write messages and print the pages out or have Justin send them to you. The 2020 summer reading books were also unveiled this week. Students can pick one of the following books to read this summer: Between the Lines, I Will Always Write Back, The False Prince, Far from the Tree, Salt to Sea, and The Lord of the Rings. The theme this year prompts students to reflect on the important relationships in their lives. Senior highlights this week. Our first senior is Kay Yeager. Kay will be studying biology at the University of Pittsburgh. She's most proud of being a member of the Seneca volleyball team and making friendships that will go beyond high school. Her greatest memories from Seneca include the Spirit Carnival and team bus rides to games. In her free time, she's been going on walks, painting, and watching TV. Next up is senior Jack Talero. Jack is most proud of his involvement in the Seneca musical Fiddler on the Roof. He plans to attend RCBC for music production and culinary arts. His greatest memories from Seneca is the 2019 Junior Dinner Dance. In his newfound time, Jack has been playing video games and creating an album. Our next senior is Ella Worrell. Ella is most proud of her academic achievements as well as being captain of the Seneca girls tennis team, who won the conference this year. Ella will be attending Monmouth University's Honor College, and then she plans to head to medical school. With her free time, Ella has been spending time with her little brother. Our final senior this week is me, Madison Miller. I'll be attending Penn State University and majoring in broadcast journalism. I'm most proud of being student council president for Seneca and an anchor for the morning show. Seneca has provided me with amazing opportunities, and my favorite high school memories would have to be when I was the executive member of publications for New Jersey State Student Council, NJASC. In my free time, I've been spending time with my family and making these morning shows. The class of 2020 student government created a video highlighting the future plans of the seniors. Let's take a look. You can find the rest of their video on the Instagram account at Seneca_2020. This week, I had the honor to interview Mr. Glossner, who's retiring this year. He was the first history teacher ever at Seneca and the voice of the Golden Eagles. At the end of the interview, we had a few of the students join in to surprise him.
I graduated in '78. That was the first year that it was graduation. We went in as sophomores and were kind of seniors all 3 years. It was kind of exciting. I've never left. I had left teaching. I went to college. I came back. I worked at a golf course. I got a job working in an appliance store in Medford for Lakes Appliance. And after a while, my wife, I was coaching athletics with my boys and wrestling with the youth programs. And my wife said, why don't you go back to college and get your degree and get to be a teacher like you wanted to be. And so that's what I did. And in 1999, I finished up my degree and got a job teaching at Cherokee, ironically, where I graduated from. And then when Seneca opened, I already lived out here in Tabernacle and thought what a great opportunity to open a school as a teacher. I had opened one as a student a long time before, but I thought what a great opportunity to do that from a teaching perspective.
And what made you want to become a history teacher?
I always had a love of history, even when I was in high school and college. That was my major in college, but always found it fascinating that most people say, I hate history, it's boring, but it's the stories. It's not, the facts are important and the people are important and the dates are semi-important at a certain offense, obviously. But the stories behind why stuff happens and how it happened and what could have been done differently to avoid certain situations that we got ourselves into throughout history. It's like reading a book every day, and not necessarily a history book, but like a novel and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's so interesting. And through your 21 years of teaching, what are some of your favorite memories?
Oh boy, well, let's talk in the classroom. In the classroom, some of my favorite memories are opening Seneca High School, obviously. You don't get an opportunity like that for a brand new school. And to bring a group of people together who, yeah, some you knew from, for instance, I was in Cherokee and I was in athletics and that stuff. So I knew some of the teachers coming over, but to meet a whole different group of teachers and staff members and that kind of stuff was really exciting. And the fact that I was opening the school in the town that I had lived in, by the time Seneca opened, I had lived out in Tabernacle for 10 years. So I knew a lot of the kids, I knew a lot of the families. So it was going to be exciting that I got to interact with people in my community on a daily basis. From an athletic standpoint, as coach, starting 2 programs, I was the assistant wrestling coach. So I got to start from scratch a wrestling program with Coach Bauer, who's still there and truly one of the greatest people and coaches I've ever had the pleasure of being around and working with. But to start my own golf program was something that I really looked forward to. And as you can see in the banner behind me, just 2 years into the school's history, we had a state championship. So I had to put that out, Madison. Sorry.
I was going to ask you that.
That's probably
next. So as a Seneca golf coach, what was your proudest moment?
No question. In just would have been our second year of existence in 2005, we won the state championship for Group 2. I was very fortunate, very blessed to have a group of golfers who had played golf from a very young age. They're two of the boys, the Schnell boys, their father was a head pro, and 2 of their very good friends, they played a lot of golf together. So it certainly was, well, maybe a little of my coaching, but not a lot of my coaching. It was just the fact that, to be we are the first full team to ever win a state title in Seneca history. And that's something that those kids will always remember, and I'll always remember. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You were also a sports announcer for Lenape District Television. Do you have a favorite game that you covered?
A favorite game that I covered. Well, it's funny because I've covered so many Seneca games and I've covered so many of the district games. I guess maybe my last one, would be my favorite. I'm friends with Coach Powell from Cherokee, and he was, we had done many Cherokee games, Madison, you and I together a lot of times, and they never seemed to get over the hump in girls basketball against Lenape. And so when I showed up that last game that we were at, and Coach Powell saw that I was doing the game, he's like, "Oh, great, my jinx is here." So not knowing it was going to be our last game, Madison, with what happened, it's very fitting for Coach Powell to finally win, and for me to see Coach Powell win that game was pretty impressive, having known him for 20 plus years. So from a Seneca standpoint, I guess probably a couple of the field hockey games that I saw are, on the way to sectional titles with, the girls just doing an amazing job and getting to, I guess every Seneca game I do, I have to really be careful. I'm a little biased when it comes to Seneca. So, but any of the games involving Seneca for LDTV, always made it very special that I got to announce the kids, and I never had to worry about pronouncing their names. So that was a good thing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Glossner, because my first game I ever did sidelining, you came over, you're like, "Hi, I'm Mr. Glossner from Seneca," and you really showed me how to do it, and you walked me through it, and you introduced me to the coaches. So thank you so much for that, and so much for helping me. And my next question is, do you have any advice or lasting words for your students?
Find something that you're passionate about. It doesn't have to be school, it can be outside of school, but find something in your life that you're passionate about and give it it's a very, big cliche, give it your all, but really dive into it. You can do anything you want, you really can. I'm a classic example of a guy that didn't do so well in college after my golfing career, and went back, at age 39, I went back and got my college degree because I wanted to be a teacher and I wanted to be around, that environment of maybe making an impact, if I could, on students. So you never know who you're going to run into in a given day, and you never know whose life you could make an impact in. And hopefully you'll make a positive impact in somebody's life in some profession that you're in. Doesn't have to be teaching, could be anything. So just give it everything you got. If you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability, and don't sell your.
All right, Mr. Glossner, you are one of those special teachers who could really connect with their students and make that impact on their life. We have a little surprise for you, and some of your students wanted to say thank you and congratulations. Oh, here they are.
You guys are going to make me cry. I told my wife I'm going to try not to cry. Oh, my Lord, look at them all coming in. I miss you guys. I miss you guys so much. You have to know that, right? All of you. whether I had you or didn't have you or anything, I miss seeing you in the hallways. I miss seeing you at lunch duty. I miss everything about Seneca High School. This has been the hardest time of my life in terms of teaching. I'm not, as you know, I'm older, so I'm not really technologically savvy like a lot of the young people are. But wow, this and Madison, ladies, you're unbelievable. Hannah, Megan, Sophia, Steph. Hey, but let's talk about good news for a minute. You guys might have a graduation. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. Madison, for you, what was it like? I got to ask you something. What was it like for you when you got that news from the governor that graduations could be held?
I was so excited. I started writing my speech that night because I couldn't sleep. It was 12 a.m. I was like, let's knock this out. And I wrote my graduation speech as soon as I heard the news. And I'm super excited about that.
I am so happy for all of you guys. I will tell you, everybody knows I'm retiring. Everybody knows I'm going to put my house up for sale and move to Myrtle Beach, where I have North Myrtle Beach, where I have a place, eventually buy a house. I don't know how quickly my house will sell, but I told my wife that if it doesn't sell and they do have a graduation, I promise I will be there. I'll be there to see you guys walk that aisle. Bye, guys. Remember, you're always got a place in my heart.
You're the
Love
best.
every single one of you guys. Every single one. Thanks. It means the world to me. You guys came in to see me.
So on behalf of me and all the students here, thank you so much for everything you've done for us and for making a lasting impact on our lives. And we're really going to miss you, Mr. Glossner.
Thank you, Madison. I'm going to miss you. And Madison, it was a pleasure to work side by side with you on LDTV.
Mr. Glossner is truly going to be missed by the Seneca family, and he has made such a lasting impact on the school. Thank you everyone so much for watching the Golden Eagles Morning Show and for your continued support. We only have 2 more episodes left till the end of the school year. I'm Madison Miller, and once again, I hope everyone has an amazing weekend and stays healthy.